Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. Game journalists have completely lost touch with the fan base, but what else is new? I got one more Palworld video in me before I go back to playing it, and just a lot of discussion, lots and lots of discussion. I'm sure I've mentioned this little part before in either a live stream or another video. But this article from Nintendo Life came out a few days ago. Yes, Nintendo is aware of Palworld's existence. In other news, grass is green, the sky is blue, water is wet, and the desert has a lot of sand in it. If you thought Nintendo was not aware of Palworld, I don't know what to tell you. Both of the companies involved with Pokemon and Palworld, Nintendo, whatever, they are based in Japan. Palworld was announced in 2021. It was announced as Pokemon with guns. To think otherwise, to think that Nintendo did not know anything and have not already sent their attorneys to do their due diligence to check where they stood and where they didn't stand, what kind of case they had. If you didn't think they already did that 1, 2, 3 years ago before this game hit the market, I don't know what to tell you. Not to mention all these accusations about AI this and copy that. Steam has pretty strict rules when it comes to AI created video games. They don't want it. They want nothing to do with it, and they'll kick it off their platform in a quick, fast, and in a hurry. Nintendo is doing an investigation, but the idea that they don't know what's going on. This other article from kitguru.net. The Pokemon Company officially responds to Palworld controversy. A lot of other channels have been talking about this as well, saying that this looks more like a response to, please stop sending us emails, you're flooding our servers. Quote, we have received many inquiries regarding another company's game released in January 2024. You notice they don't say the name of the company or the game. There's probably reasons for that. They have to be very careful with what they say. Maybe they actually don't think they have a leg to stand on. We have not granted any permission for the use of Pokemon intellectual property or assets in that game. No shit, why would you? Their quote continues, we intend to investigate and take appropriate measures to address any acts that infringe on the intellectual property rights related to the Pokemon. So please stop sending us emails. We know it exists. We know it's there. What on earth makes you think we didn't know it was there? We will continue to cherish and nurture each and every Pokemon and its world. They're digital. How do you cherish? Anyway, the thing I understand and expect this sort of response from Nintendo and Game Freak and everything, because obviously you want to protect your intellectual property. They came down fast, hard, and heavy on a mod for Palworld that made the Pals look like Pokemon. You can't do that. They had every right to smash the mod, smash the videos, because, hey, that is their intellectual property, and we all know that Nintendo and Game Freak are extremely protective of their IP. What I don't understand is these journalists' response to it. And this one should have expected this from the gamer. Palworld is just a reminder that the most popular games aren't always the best. What do Hogwarts Legacy and the potential Pokemon knockoff have in common? They were both exceptionally fun, made for a wide audience, and the gameplay loop is enjoyable. I mean, are you still butthurt that Hogwarts Legacy was so popular? And this other one, Eurogamer. Is Palworld actually good? Of course not. Electa Buzzkill. Oh my goodness. You may have heard of Palworld. Oh, it's just not fun. Kotaku, the grandmaster of fantastic takes in the game journalist. I'm done punching trees and grabbing rocks in video games. Well, then just pick the resources up off the ground until you can make an axe and a pickaxe. Playing survival games like Palworld, Grounded, and Rust feel like annoying jobs. Well, if the game genre of survival, crafting, and base building is not for you, then why even bother trying them out? Find someone at Kotaku where a survival game is their forte and let them review it. And I find it interesting that you have, the most popular games aren't always the best. Here's the thing. they have to be good enough to continue to have people playing them. Is it actually any good? Of course not. Well, sales figures and Steam chart numbers, well, they disagree with you. In case you hadn't noticed, on Steam, I believe it's on Steam just alone, not including Xbox numbers, over 8 million sales in less than a week. Someone help me out. Does that include, is that just Steam? Or is Xbox giving off those numbers? Or are those sales figures strictly from Palworld devs? Don't like survival games? Well, apparently, according to the Steam charts, oh boy, all-time peak 2.1 million. 24-hour peak over the last 24 hours at the time of this recording, 2 million players. Every time I bring this up every other day, I go check the Steam charts. Now, this is only on Steam. There are almost 1 million people playing this game right now at the time of this recording. In the middle of the night, on a work night, on a school night. That's where, based on where I'm living. Over 900,000 people today alone. Yesterday. Almost every day this week. No, every other day this week. I've checked it. It's had a 24-hour peak of 1.9 to 2 million players. These numbers alone, they don't lie. I wonder how many people are playing on Xbox. So for the Eurogamer to come out, is it actually any good? Of course not. Well, millions, quite literally, millions of players across the internet disagree with you 100%. The only thing that's going to change these numbers is if the Palworld devs are a bunch of liars and they don't follow through with their roadmap. We'll wait and see. And of course, what happens with this Nintendo investigation? I do not believe that the pals, of course I was about to say Pokemon because it doesn't bother me. I'm not concerned about it. They look like Pokemon. Why? Because they look like colorful, cartoonish creatures. Digimon, for the most part, look like Pokemon. But then again, in case you didn't know, oh, Temtem, those look like Pokemon. I believe it has already been mentioned that Pokemon creatures looked eerily similar to Dragon Quest, which came before it. So be careful who you're accusing of plagiarizing, of stealing. Now, if Nintendo's investigation comes out and successfully finds legitimate proof that assets were stolen, the story is going to change, obviously, for good reason. But as of right now, there is no proof that any AI was used to generate the world or the creatures, that there were no stolen assets. So, until there's proof, it would be nice if everybody shuts their mouth. Find something else to complain about in the game. If you want to complain about the bugs, by all means. It's an early access game. It is what it is. I found quite a few bugs. It could be that I'm playing on the Xbox and not a PC. Everyone's going to find problems with this game, but make sure they're legitimate and rooted in actual truth. Find evidence, show your evidence, or just be quiet because you make yourself look like a fool, but that's all I've got. Are you playing Palworld? I'm about to go play Palworld. Do you think Nintendo is legitimately going to go after him if they haven't already? I'm sure they have already. But let me know what you think. Leave a like, leave a dislike, do all those nifty things that YouTubers beg you to do, and I hope to see you on the next one. I'm done talking about Palworld. I'm going to play Palworld. Bye.